Hi there, this is Alfie Whattam, London's tech recruiter and the host of the London Technology Podcast. Today I'm speaking to Daniel. Thanks for joining us. Could you start by telling us a little bit about yourself, Daniel?
Yes, no problem. So my name's Daniel Bryk. My company is Kirby. We do IT consultancy. I started programming when I was very young, and that's what's led me into computing. I've worked at all sorts of companies. I've worked from military all the way through to fast-moving like Sky TV. So it's a wide gambit where I've used my knowledge. I've evolved over the years from just pure software to a combination of software and hardware. And that's where I've ended up now, where I've got that consultancy. And I think to be a good consultant, you have to have that depth of knowledge across a variety of fields. It's not just a case of going, this is my specialty anymore. I started off as a programmer, but moved on to now a whole range of things. So that's where I am now.
Awesome. Now, a lot of people that watch these videos, Daniel, they're IT graduates, they're quite new to the industry. And have you got any advice for people that are just starting their tech careers?
It's interesting you say graduates, because what I'm seeing a lot more now is apprentices, people doing apprenticeships. But for me, it doesn't make a difference whether you come from a graduate or an apprenticeship. It's more how much have you done extra, how much are you putting into your work. You can get anyone nowadays who does IT. It's the ability to get somebody to think outside the box. Used to be, you graduate from university, that's a set mindset, and that's what people are looking for. But you look at Google, you look at Microsoft now. They've now, I think, even this year, they've just opened it up to going, actually, it's not a requirement now to have that formal education. What we want is we want people to have a deep interest. If you're going to become a software engineer, dive in, look up on the internet, ask the questions, look at the forums, be active in that field. If you're going to be in hardware and that side, I'm at my home and I've got about 6 computers sat underneath my desk, because I've got everything from Linux to Windows, from a Raspberry Pi, all the way through to full-blown Dell server. I'm lucky, and that's where I am now. But there's no reason why you can't buy off-the-shelf components like Raspberry Pis, Arduinos, and go, okay, well, I'm going to build myself a web server. I'm going to have a look at virtualization. And it's that extra knowledge, it's that drive that you really got to demonstrate nowadays. So if you're fresh out, I'd go, okay, what else have you done? What else are you looking to do? The classic, where do you see yourself in 5 years' time, is, I think, out the window nowadays. You look what happened just this year. 6 months nearly blown out the window, possibly even more with everything that's going on. But who's going to sit in their laurels and just do their work, or who's going to go, actually, during that time I went on to Udemy and I learned how to program. Okay, but you're a hardware engineer. Yeah, but I got off and did something myself. So it's that's the drive. It's that drive and determination to expand your knowledge. That's what people look for more.
Yeah, it's a really, really good point. I mean, if all you've got on your CV is, a degree or even an apprenticeship, then the person that's done their own personal projects, their own personal courses and learning is going to stand out so much more than the others. So it's a great point. Brilliant. And just to finish off, Daniel, if we were to look into your crystal ball into the future, are there any technologies which you're excited about, passionate about, and you think will have an impact on the future?
So the big buzzword at the moment is AI, machine learning. I've been dealing a lot with that in the last couple of months myself, both from hardware, setting up internal machine learning systems for people, and also from a software perspective, also having a look at the languages and the options that are available to you. So, I mean, I was looking at R, the language. Microsoft in 2017 rebranded their R server to machine learning server. So the buzzwords have been there for a while, but I think people are going, okay, now's the time to spend the money, because we've got to look for what's going to be the cutting edge, what's going to be the thing that gives us that edge. What I tend to find actually is that people go, yeah, I want that buzzword, but actually what they want is they want a rules-based system without realizing it. I suspect AI, machine learning will come when people find the right things. An interesting one that I saw, that was somebody posted on LinkedIn from Francis, I think. He posted an AI antivirus. So it was like, bit cautious. It turns out that it was like the old Message Labs for email. So Message Labs for email boasted learning, and what it turned out to be was just, it went through enough emails to go, actually, if I'm seeing a flood of this coming through, then there's something not quite right. Rather than the computer learning, it was more, again, rules based, going, actually, I've hit a set criteria, so something's going on. But emails nowadays go through an AI system to see whether they've hit criteria. Google, all of their emails dump through an AI system. I think not maybe 5 years, but I think the next 2 years, AI and machine learning will be the buzzword and the thing to learn, whether that be Python, or looking at R and looking at the statistical analysis side of things.
Yeah, it's interesting. A lot of companies rebranding their almost existing products and slapping on the buzzwords, but seems to be working and that sort of thing. Brilliant. Well, thank you so much, Daniel, for your ideas and insights and your 2 cents on a couple of topics. And I'll tag you on LinkedIn when this comes out in a week or two, so people can reach out if they've got questions. But thanks for your time, and thank you to everybody for watching.
Thank you.